Hello, we want to welcome you this Saturday morning to our live stream, and we're here at Vista Life, the corporate office, and we're actually in here in the conference room, coming all the way from Summerville, Georgia. It's just good to have everybody here. We've got our speakers here in the room with us, Mr. Jim Dungan, all the way from Duncan, Oklahoma. He doesn't own the town. He just there's one letter difference there, but he is here. We also have Mr. Billy East, and even though he's from Alabama, we really like him being a part of the business. And Billy's going to be here in just a few minutes to talk to you about some on the DPA machine and building the business as well. And then we're going to close out the day with Dr. Karina Long, our CEO. And she's going to close out and let you know what's going on for the year 2016. With there only being about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks between now and the end of the year, we are really moving fast to being able to close out 2015 and be ready to open up 2016. A couple of things you want to remember is our 12 Days of Christmas. You want to be involved in that if you're not already. If you haven't made it to the live stream and you're hearing on the conference call today, and you're going to hear us go back and forth, and there's a conference call in the background going on for all of you that haven't made it to the live stream. We had people this morning call and say, I have no idea what the live stream is. It's the same as it always is. So if you don't know what that is yet, that means you're not plugged in. That means if you're a leader and don't know what it is yet, you may not be a leader. So make sure that you get that lined up. Those are very simple things. That's about like not knowing what the number is to the home office. So make sure you know that, or not knowing what our website is, which is vistalife.com. So keep that in mind. You say, LeBron, are you being cynical? Yes, I am. And I'm doing it purposely because it is time to saddle up and get to work is what it's time to do. If we're going to do this the way we say that we're going to do it, now is the time. There's no better time. This industry right now is exploding. I'll tell you that from a naturopathic doctor standpoint, and from developing products for a lot of other companies that I've done for quite some time. It's exploding. It's bigger now than it has ever been. We have more credibility now than we have ever had in this industry. We have people even from the medical profession that are coming into not only the industry, but this company as well. And it's adding a lot of credibility to what we're doing. And you need to be a part of that. If this is something that you want to be a part of, that you want to make not only something that you're doing for business, but also something that you're making a part of your life to become healthier, to become more financially independent, this is the way to do it here at Vista Life. So we're a company, we've been around, now we're going into our 7th year of business. Dr. Karina Long has been in this industry now for 20 years. So we're not going anywhere. This is what we do. This is what we've always done. We're not business people that decided to get into nutrition to make a buck. And that's what you're seeing a lot in this industry now. What we are is we were already naturopathic doctors, and we developed a company that people could not only get healthier, but they could get wealthier with. And that's what we did when we created Vista Life. So all of you know that we started with Purple Tiger, and we're going to be talking about that today and how you can build your business with Purple Tiger. That's a great way to go. You can also begin to build your business with the Cardio Vibe. We're going to be talking about that as well today. There's lots of different directions that you can go. The direction that you need to take is the direction forward. That's the problem some of you have. You can't go backwards. This right here has to go forward. And if that's not happening, then you've got a problem. So let's make sure that we get this up off of wherever it's setting and move forward. People ask me, said, LeBron, why is it not working? Nothing works unless you work. I don't care what it is. Nothing works unless you work. So we all have to work. We all have to move forward. It doesn't matter what you do. If I don't show up for work in the morning, I can have as many degrees as a thermometer, but it makes no difference. Nothing's going to happen in my life unless I go to work. And that's with anything. You have to take anything that you're doing, plan it and then work what you have planned in order for anything to be successful. So it's a really hard fact, but repetition, doing things over and over, doing what you know to do to create success is what makes people successful. It's not doing it here for a little while, there for a little while, but it's long term in what you do. So that's the direction we're headed. It's going to be a great 2016. I hope that you are a part of it. We're having our huge convention this year in Pigeon Forge in the Smoky Mountain, Tennessee area, and we are really, really excited about that. So just keep that in mind that's coming up, and that's going to be this summer. But right now is December 2015, and we're going to talk about today. We are releasing a new product that will be coming out January the 4th, I believe, is the exact date of it after the New Year season is out. We will be introducing that product. You will be able to add it. I'm not going to give you all the details, and the reason why, because you'll ring my phone off the hook asking all the questions and when is it coming out. I just told you when it's coming out, and it's coming out after we return from the January 1st holidays. When the offices open up, we're going to be getting to ship the product that day. I'm going to explain it to you that day. We'll have a release on the product, and so if you ask me between now and then, it's going to be the answer I just gave you this morning. So just tell people to go to the recording or to the live stream, and they can hear that answer. Remember this product you're going to be able to add with any of the Purple Tigers. It's a product that's going to accelerate weight loss and also increase lean muscle mass. It is a very, very hot item right now on the market. There's a lot of talk already in the industry about this particular product. Also, you're going to not only be able to add it to whatever you're doing, but for those that are over 50, that I get all the time, I have women call me and say, LeBron, I need something for old fat lady pills that I need them to be, and I'm not sure exactly what that is, but they want that to be able to lose weight and have more energy. I guess the men have some other name for it, but I'm not gonna express that this morning. But you add it with whatever it is that you're doing. Whether it's Purple Tiger Going Wild or the Ripped or Going Green. I will say right now there's an ingredient called Coleus for Scoli. I'm not going to go into this morning, but there's an ingredient called Coleus for Scoli that's just blowing up the internet, that it's the best weight loss product that ever hit the market. Well, we've had it in Going Green now for about 3 years. So you can go to that product, get that product, and have all of the other support ingredients, because Coleus for Scoli is not going to make you feel better. It's not going to give you more energy. It's not going to do any of those things. It is more directly for fat loss, inch loss. That's what it's directed for. But when you take it with the Going Green, you get all the synergistic effects of all the other herbs, which are going to give you more energy, make you feel better, and suppress the appetite. So with that being said, we already have that on the market. With the new product that we've got coming out for those over 50, this is really going to hit really, really well in the market. Anybody can take it, but for those over 50 are going to see the best results because of what it does. It's going to help balance out the hormones. A lot of you guys out there, and we've even had people that went to other companies that are taking synthetic drugs that are masked as dietary supplements, and they're losing weight like crazy, but they're also going to develop health issues as a result of that. A year or two from now, the reason why I know that is we have people come to us all the time that, Lord, they lost 50, 60 pounds, they gained back 120 pounds. And they're having huge, huge problems with ever losing weight again, simply because they messed themselves up with synthetic ingredients that are not dietary supplements, but are being masked and sold as that in our industry. So if that's something that your people have done and decided to do, let them come back. And this is about health. You know, I don't want anybody to lose 50 pounds and then risk their life trying to do it. That makes no sense. There's drugs out there on the black market that does the same thing, and they're not healthy. You've got to be careful. We're talking about, we don't want to lose weight at the cost of our kidneys, at the cost of our heart, our cardiovascular system. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to lose 100 pounds and then now you've got heart problems because of what you've been taking to lose that weight with. That's not what it's supposed to be about. This industry, unfortunately, has kind of turned that direction But that's not what it's about. It's about people like my brother, for instance, has lost over 120 pounds, but he had 6 different illnesses when he started with Purple Tiger. He has none of those illnesses now, and he's lost over 120 pounds. That's what we want to do. We want to change people's lives. We want them to be, I'm not interested in somebody losing 30 pounds in 10 days. Again, they have drugs that'll do that for you, but you're probably going to have an addiction problem. So it's very, very important. I see these crazy advertisements all the time. We're talking about real weight loss. We're talking about a half a pound a week, which is a good, safe level of losing weight, doing that consistently and making sure that our health stays intact afterwards. Very, very important. Get that across to your people, because losing weight at all cost is a terrible idea. So just keep that in mind. And I come from a family of people that we've all suffered with being overweight. We've had to deal with it our entire lives. When we smell brownies, we gain 40 pounds. So I know exactly what that all feels like. And but it's important that you keep your health in the process of losing weight and getting things under control. That's what it's all about. So let's not forget that in the excitement of things. People have a tendency to forget what really is at the heart of the matter, and that's making sure that we live healthier lives and wealthier lives. Because if you're going to make more money and you don't have the health to enjoy it, it's not going to be much good to you. So let's make sure that we do that. It is so good that we are here with you guys this morning. I'm excited, as you can tell, about the coming up 2016, and we're going to have a fantastic year, best year that we've ever had with Vista Life. We have a lot of things to share with you as we begin to develop on into the year. There's a lot of things happening here in Summerville, and I'll mention this before I turn it over to Mr. Jim. But we are the manufacturer that we started off with, that we actually had make our first batch of Purple Tiger. We are now actually going to buy out half of that manufacturing and moving it here to Summerville, Georgia. So you will be able to come to Summerville and see our manufacturer facility here. It will not be at this location. It's at another location, but it's over a 25,000 square foot building. It's a gorgeous building in the industrial park here. And you'll be able to come through, be able to bring your associates through, and let them be able to see where the products are being made, how they're being made, the quality of the products being made. And we'll have our very own, if you've never had an opportunity to meet him, Mr. Gary Paulson will be the president of that particular division. And he is excellent. If you've ever dealt with him, you know that. A lot of you met him at convention. You know his heart. And he's been doing this now right at 40 years. I won't tell you exactly his age, but he's been right at 40 years. And so he has a tremendous amount. He started in the supplement industry in high school, where his dad started a manufacturing facility, and he began to work in that manufacturing facility in high school. So if there's anything in this industry that's to be known, Gary already knows it, and he's going to be a wonderful asset to our company, and just having him around is going to be fantastic. So we're excited about that. We're excited about what we've got to talk about today. So we're going to get right into it. Mr. Jim Dungan is here with us from Duncan, Oklahoma. Jim, we have known him since and we started we started off with Jim. I remember the first time he come up to me, he had a cowboy hat on, a white shirt, and blue jeans. I think he still has that same outfit on today. Maybe it's been washed since then, but we were I think we were in Oklahoma. He shook my hand and said, "I'm Jim Dungan from Duncan, Oklahoma." And the first meeting I ever did for Jim was in a Mexican restaurant, and I talked about the colon and the digestive tract in that meeting. And so that was the weirdest situation when you're, talking about the colon and people are eating bean burritos. It's a little interesting deal. And we were talking about health there in a Mexican restaurant. It seems like a little bit of a clash, but we have just developed a friendship since then. He's been from day one here with us at Vista Life. We're certainly proud of him. Also, we'll be introducing in just a moment Mr. Billy East, but right now I'm going to bring up Mr. Jim Dungan, our Vice President of Sales and Marketing. Y'all give him a hand there at home. There you go.
Thank you, Ron. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Am I going to use this thing?
Yes, sir.
Man, I can't use this and have two hands free. How am I going to do this? Well, the first thing I might tell you is, before I kind of get started with this, is when he said that we met at a function or a meeting, and kind of got acquainted to start off with. And when I invited him to go to this Mexican restaurant with him, he, of course, graciously said yes, and we drive about 90 miles from where we were, and to have this meeting. Well, I actually had a lot of stomach issues, colon issues, and had all my life, and so I start taking a few products to kind of keep the acid down as I'm going in to eat this Mexican food. He said, "What in the thunder are you doing?" And I said, "Man, I'm getting ready to eat." And that's no kidding. That's a fact. That's just the way it was. But since then, I have changed things a little bit. I still eat Mexican food, by the way. But it's a little easier on me today because of the supplement that I have been taking now for the last several years. And my health is in pretty good shape. I just turned 70 years old Thanksgiving Day. And I feel like I could jump over this building most any time. But what happens with this, I'm into the business end of this thing, is where I've always kind of kept my focus. I have never had a weight issue, so I can't relate to you guys that have that. I wear the same size jeans today that I've worn for about 45 or 46 years. And so I can't relate to most of you guys that have weight issues. It's a little different for me. My family, some of them have, but in my case, I never have had the issue. One thing I can tell you about it, excuse me, one thing I can tell you that Purple Tiger, and I use it all the time when I'm out here in the field talking to people about the business and the industry. We got a card here that you can use, and it's pretty easy to see. You need some of these to make sure you've got them, take them with you wherever you go. And then we've got samples, and these are some of the old ones. This is some of the original product that we've got right here. Very original stuff. I keep it with me all the time. I've still got a few packs of them left, and I probably never will get rid of them, just because people need to see the differences. And if you'll notice, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but on the front of here, I've put a price of $2.50. That's a retail price. They're not like that anymore. I've got one over on this side, I think. It's a different model. This is a little newer model here. Still the old style, but it's $2.99. This is still the old stuff, but let me show you the new. Here's the new kind right here. What we've done is we've changed the packaging on practically everything that we've got. We went from white bottles to black bottles. We've changed all of the look as far as the Purple Tiger is concerned. But guys, the thing about the Purple Tiger or any other products that we've got, all this product is a tool. That's it. And what the tools are for is to make you money. Some people get hung up with the product end of it and never get to the business end of it. And if you don't have these things that get out there to people, your business is never going to grow. And I know that there's lots of you that are retailers, and it's not a thing in the world with retailing because we work stores and stuff ourselves, but there's really not a tremendous amount of money to be made in that end of it. As far as I can see, and there's probably ways of doing it that I have never done, but not in convenience store end, because you're looking for people that will duplicate. They're not going to duplicate as a general rule and do a lot of signing. The stores are not. You've got to have individuals for that. So I focus mostly on individuals to teach them a little bit about the business. What you're looking for is people that are ambitious. And there's a few of them out there, by the way. There's 2 or 3 standing in this room today that are pretty ambitious people. And we probably would all do it just a little bit different. And that's perfectly fine. I think the key to that is you have to do something. In most cases, most people do nothing. Well, I don't really think that you can do nothing and be very successful. So what you really got to keep in mind with Purple Tiger or Cardio Vibe or whatever, and I've got one of those too. I use it also. Come here up here. Your Cardio Vibe is something else that we use, and since Mr. Billy East has come on with us and introduced us to the DPA machines, there's going to be a totally new avenue here for lots of individuals out here that can actually make a fortune if they choose to. So you can take the Purple Tiger, you can take the Cardio Vibe, you can take whatever, or you can take Vista Vibe, anything that we've got, and you can basically build a business with that one product. But here we've got 50 plus products, and you're out here trying to choose which product that you're going to use to make your fortune. Well, it don't take but one, guys, I'm telling you. So don't lose your focus on what you're trying to accomplish. Make sure that you understand it only takes one product because it's a tool and a tool only. Some people's going to lose weight with it. Some's going to get energy from it. It really doesn't make any difference because whether it works on you or not, it still don't make any difference. because there's millions of people out here in the United States that this product right here, the Cardio Vibe, whatever it may be, will work on. They'll be very successful with it. And if you'll take this and present it to people, the success is up to you on how many you want to get out. I know there's lots of people out there that want to give one of these away a week and think it'll be successful. Forget it. It ain't happening. The thing you want to do is go ahead and give 10 or 15 of these away a day. Well, there's another little thing that goes along with that. If you just give them away, that's perfectly fine. If you'll get a lead card, which we use all the time, and I don't have one here in front of me, but we use those to get people's names, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, and so forth to follow up with in the next 24 to 48 hours. Make sure that they have taken the product, make sure that the product is working well for them, and I don't ask them how they liked it. I said, how well did it work for you? Wording sometimes makes all the difference in the world on how you say it, because if you can give them a chance to be negative, they're going to. You're not after that. That's not what you're after. So keep this in mind as you're out here working every day. Do it like a job if you choose to. If you've got a full-time job, you're working it part-time, that's fine. Do it when you can. But if you're just out here working all the time, get out and work it every day. To be successful, all you got to do is take any of the product that we've got, go out and get after it. There's nobody in your road but yourself. And so Purple Tiger, basically what it'll do for you is make you healthier and make you wealthier. And that's where it's all at. Mr. LeBron, it's all up to you.
Thank you, Jim. We're going to just keep the ball rolling here. As I said, we got a lot of information to share with you still. We have with us Mr. Billy East. We met Billy a little over 2 years ago, maybe be pressing up against 3 years now. But we met through a mutual friend that neither one of us liked, and we laugh about that because the day that he come actually to this very conference room, we got absolutely nothing accomplished. And I told Billy that was the weirdest meeting I had ever been in my life, because Billy didn't know why he was here, and I didn't know why Billy was here. So it was kind of one of those times. I don't know if you've ever been in those meetings, but it was about the weirdest thing I ever experienced. But needless to say, I was looking to develop a cardio product with Vista Life, and I knew that Billy had been involved in cardio products for over 10 years. And I picked up the phone. I called my brother Charlie, who was riding down the road, and I told Charlie, I said, will you see if you can get Billy East I almost called him Billy West, but it was Billy East. And Charlie looked up found his card that we had gotten from, a year and a half, 2 years previous to that. And of course, we hooked up. Billy said he would be happy to come over and speak with us. We knew in that second meeting exactly what we were going to do and how we were going to move forward. Billy accepted to come on with the company and to help us here develop out the cardio product, which he did. He brought the product to us, and Cardio Vibe, as we all know it now. And we are just tremendously excited about that. He also introduced the DPA machine, which has been a blessing to our company, a blessing to our life, even my family personally. I have several family members that have benefited from not only the DPA machine, but also from the product Cardio Vibe. They've seen a tremendous difference in their cardiovascular system. It just really has turned around. I even had a preacher here the other day that his legs had already turned blue. His cardiovascular system had gotten so bad. After using our product for 30 days, he said his feet looked like they did when he was a teenager. And he was just blown away. He really didn't even know how to respond to that, because he had used everything, medication, and had several surgeries, and still no improvement in his circulation. And just with 30 days on the product, he's already seen a huge difference. It's just stuff like that that just continues to blow my mind when I hear about those testimonies. And that's all as a result of Mr. Billy East bringing it to us here at Vista Life. So we're excited to have him here with us this morning. He's got a lot to talk about. And if you will, you can give him a hand at home as he comes around as our next presenter.
Thank you, LeBron. It's really good to be here this morning. LeBron and I went on a trip to Virginia back a little over a month ago. And when I got home and I left his house and going home, I was not real satisfied with the way things were going. As long as LeBron, myself, Dr. Karina were on the road doing meetings, we were doing fantastic volumes. As quick as we come off the road, it went back to where it was at. This is what LeBron was talking about a while ago. We have got to develop leaders. If you want to be a leader with Vista Life, then we want to do everything we can to make you a leader. Being a leader is doing what nobody else wants to do. When I got back from Virginia, I went dormant for over a week. LeBron finally texted me and said, "Are you okay?" Because I usually call him at least once or twice a day and talk to him. Well, just being up front with you, I prayed for over a week and a half. And as I told the guy that rode up here with me this morning, what God told me I didn't want to hear. But to be successful, this is what we got to do. And what I'm going to tell you this morning is what I spent the last month doing is going back into the field, doing exactly what I've been telling y'all to do to prove to myself that it could be done. And that has been accomplished, through what God's led us to do, and it has been accomplished. I've been back out in the field scanning at health food stores. I've got January right now just about totally wrapped up. So it's up to you. If you want to become a leader, you can. I'm going to cover some numbers with you this morning. Everybody should know by now, if you don't, what cardio does. If you don't, then, I'm like LeBron. You've had your head under a rock. So if you don't know, you should have been studying it. You should be finding out what it does for the body, for everything we got. So I'm going to cover some numbers with you today to show you what you can do if you're willing to get out and work. Jim hit this right on the head. If you don't get up and work, there ain't nothing going to change. Nothing. As long as I sat at home and didn't take the DPA machine into the field, I didn't make a dime with it. That machine didn't produce anything. I can sit there and look at it every day, but until you put it on somebody's finger, it's not going to produce anything. Now, to give you an idea, I went to Albany, Georgia, one day, scanning in a shop that I hadn't been in 5 years. Went by there. LeBron and I went by there when we went to Florida. I followed up with him the next day, set up the scanning. I made $360 on Tuesday from 10 o'clock to 4. Now, how many of you get paid that well? $360 in 6 hours. Figure that up. That's $60 an hour. So I didn't stay busy the whole 6 hours, but I made $360. Now, I'm going to show you in the state of Alabama. You do this with your numbers in the state you're in, and I promise you it'll work. But just in the state of Alabama, I ran, and we are starting to go into fitness centers. LeBron them's got one here, so I run some numbers with his and things that they're doing. And I'm not going to take Karina's thunder away for what she's going to introduce to you in a little while, but I have got some numbers figured out with what she's going to introduce, okay? But we're going to go into fitness centers, okay? And we're going to use the things that Blake used, okay? And hopefully they're going to put me together some pictures of Blake to where we'll have that to take with us, okay? We're not going to go in and say this is what you can do. We're going to show them what they can do. Now then, you're going to have to, within your company, within your teams, you're going to have to form teams. I'm going to tell you how I done it to start with. Me and one of my guys, one of my frontline people, I worked the DPA machine, he worked the telephones, okay? He would get on the phone, he would call all these places, and he'd say, look, we've got a machine that's called the Digital Pulse Wave Analyzer. It does this, 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 this. We would like to come into your business and give you a free sample or a free scanning. He would set up the appointments, I would make them. Now then, in the state of Alabama, there are somewhere in the vicinity of 840 health centers listed in Alabama. Okay? Now then, what's the normal that you can recruit? Don't you think you can get 10%? You get 10% of those fitness centers. Okay, that's 84. 84, and each one of those fitness centers, based on what I've studied, they'll have at least 200 active members, or members that will buy product try to do what Blake's done. Okay, if you take those 84 fitness centers that average selling to 200 members a month, and if they only get 10% of that, that's 20 members per fitness center a month, okay? Now then, on each one of those 10%, you are going to make an average of $7.70 per customer. All right, you got 20. So now then, that's going to be $154 per fitness center. And we're talking on minimum numbers. Then multiply that by 84 fitness centers that you've recruited. Now you are looking at $12,936 a month residual commission. Can it be done? Yes, it can, if we want to do it. Form a team. Use your DPA machine. There's going to be times that they're not going to want the DPA. Fine. Go in and promote the product anyway and do it anyway. Now then, also in the state of Alabama, there are somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 health food stores listed. Now, guys, listen. This is what's listed on the internet. This is not those mom and pops that's out there that you can also go in and get some of them. What's it going to take? Just what I had to listen to what the Lord told me. Get back on the road. If you want to be successful, get back on the road and do what you know how to do. I told LeBron when I finally got back in touch with him, I don't want to do it. To be successful, I've got to. 600 health food stores. 10% of those, 60. You will make somewhere in the vicinity of $8 a month per customer that health food store sells to on the products that Karina is going to introduce to you. Because these are things that work. This is not something that we're just up here telling you that it might work. We have seen it work. We have seen people's lives changed with these products, okay? Now then, you're making $8 per customer. They sell a minimum of 20 customers per month, okay? So that gives you somewhere on all those health food stores that you recruited, 60 health food stores out of the 600 at 1,200 customers a month, times $8 a month, which is $9,600 a month residual commission on health food stores. Add your fitness centers to that, and you're over $20,000 a month. Now then, let me throw something into you that's even going to be better. You guys that's bought that DPA machine, just put it in your closet. You're losing money. You're making the payment on the machine. It's not going to bring anybody to you. Now then, based on what I done last week, what I've got set up for January, I will be making somewhere in the vicinity with 2 scans a month. The first 2 days of the 2016 year, 4th and 5th of, I believe it's Monday and Tuesday of January, and this is not the rest of the month. This is just 2 months. I've got a scanning in Albany, Georgia on Monday, and on Tuesday I got one in Moultrie. Okay? Between those 2 shops, I should do somewhere around 40 scans. If I can do 2 scans a week, 2 scans a week with 20 customers per scan, I will make $800 a week. $3,200 a month. Folks, that's over $38,000 a year. And I hope this film don't get out to the government, but that's tax-free. I mean, that's tax-free. That goes in your pocket as $20 bills or whatever you charge. Now then, but we're not going to get anything done by not using the machines. We're here as support. Leaders, you need to step up. I was real disappointed when I put out the Facebook thing of people that did not respond to want to know what to do. Now, I'm here. I've got my phone. You've got my email. You've got my Facebook. You've got whatever you need. And I will do everything I can to help you be successful with that DPA machine. I didn't bring that machine to this company for it to sit in your closets and not make money. Now, if you want to, and maybe this is not appropriate. Okay, we're not supposed to advertise everything, but I can tell you what I did do at one time. I have made in excess of $180,000 a year on residual with that machine, not counting my tax-free money. Okay, so that's what can be done, folks. But you got to form a team within your team. You got to be a team with Vista Life. We're here for you. Even though, and this is one more comparison, and this should make some of y'all that's supposed to be leaders ashamed of yourself, okay? As LeBron said, am I being cynical? Yes, I am. I've got 6 people, I believe it's 6 or 7, in my organization that sells the cardio. How many distributors do y'all have out there, y'all leaders? Me and my 6, since the inception of Cardio Vibe, y'all have sold 2,800 bottles. I already had some of my old product. I had to finish selling it before I started. Me and my 6 or 7 has sold 2,000 bottles. I had those numbers run this last week. So that's 7 versus how many of you are there? That should make you as leaders ashamed of yourself if you're going to be a leader. Okay? Now then, it's up to you. As Jim Dungan said, as LeBron said, you got to get off and on. So we don't like to travel. What kind of lifestyle you want? This is what makes, you got to have a reason. Okay? Everybody's got to have a reason to do what you're doing. Let me tell you what mine is. I've got 20 grandkids. Okay? And they're all time at Papa's wanting something. I've got 4 great grandkids. You've got to have a reason. I've got a wife that needs all the care in the world. I've got to have a reason. You've got to have a reason to motivate you. So, with that being said, if you can't take these numbers, 10% of what's there. This is just in Alabama, and we're always number 48 or 49, so that means you're ahead of us. You take the state of Texas, there's no telling how many health food stores are there. Okay, no telling. No telling how many fitness centers are there. Guys, get your tools. Jim said this, get your tools. Start using those tools. Do I give out samples on Purple Tiger? Most of mine's Gone Wild. I went with the bank this past week. I put them in when I made my deposit of money I made with Vista Vibe. When I made my deposit, I put some Gone Wild samples in there for the lady. Guess what? I got a phone call back yesterday. We want some more. Now, what will be the next step? They'll start buying. So the tools are there. If you want to use them, they're there. The money's there. It's just whether or not you want part of it or not. Not including what it's going to do for your health, okay? Get some testimonies. Let's get to work. Dr. LeBron.
All right. We thank again Billy East for being here with us, Mr. Billy East, and it has been great having him on with the company and talking about the Cardio Vibe and the DPA and where we're going with all of that. We really have some great tools that we don't oftentimes use. I was thinking as Billy was talking about encouragement, and oftentimes we like to be encouraged. I don't know if you're that way, but I like other people to say good things about me and encourage me. Everybody likes that. I don't care who you are. But I remember King David, he had a situation where everything had kind of just went to pot. He had just, everything had went bad. I think Willie Nelson wrote a song titled that. But everything had went bad, even to the point his own people turned on him. He had been in a pretty low state, and King David did something that I thought was quite remarkable. The Bible said he encouraged himself. So sometimes when you have that, it seems like everything has turned against you, that it's not going the way that you would have it to go, or any of those things. I would say take just a little read from King David of what he decided to do, and that was to encourage himself. He had no one else to do it, so he encouraged himself, and after that had some of the greatest successes that he had ever had in his entire life. After that very moment in his life. So I think it's kind of an interesting story, and I would definitely take a little hold and take part of that this morning. We have Dr. Karina Long. She's a naturopathic doctor. She's our CEO here at Vista Life. She's also my wife, and I do pretty much anything that's done, we do together. We've been married now 18 years. We're looking forward to being married in 100 more, and we are excited about what's going on with Vista Life. We're excited about what's going on in our lives and where we have come from and where we're headed, where we've been and where we're headed, and we're just so excited to be here this morning. Karina is going to show you some new things that we're going to be doing with Vista Life to take all the information that we've kind of learned here this morning and be able to move forward with that. You know, sometimes people, they want direction. They want you to tell them what you want to do and all this stuff. This is not a job. You are not an employee of Vista Life. You are an independent associate. Independent means that you are independent of yourself. Do not do what our country is doing right now. I don't care how politically set up or which party that you're in. You cannot do the same thing over and over and over again and expect things to get better. They do not get better. For things to get better, for you to become prosperous, for you to move forward in your development, you have to do some things different. You have to take on a different mindset. Things are changing. You're in a world right now where things are changing rapidly, which means whatever electronic you bought at Christmas time this year, packed underneath your tree, is already obsolete. It's already obsolete. By January, they'll have something new, and it'll be old technology. And guess what? Next year, it'll be the same thing. We live in a world like nothing I have ever seen before. My children know more about electronics than I do, and they're 7 and 9 years old. And I'm a 38-year-old man. So I have actually had them do things on my car that I couldn't do myself. To my vehicle. And that is because we live in a different age. There's a different mentality, and we've got to stay innovative. We've got to keep moving forward. We've got to do things out of the box, on the edge, to make a difference in our society and what we're doing and to bring prosperity into people's lives. And that's exactly what we're doing. And with that being said, Dr. Karina Long is going to explain some of those things that we're headed into.
Thank you, Dr. LeBron. My goodness, are these guys excited this morning? Wow. Well, if you didn't already understand the concept, when Mr. Billy East got finished, I think you should have grasped hold of just a little bit. Mr. Jim Duggan has done this years past with the samples. Mr. Billy ran the same exact numbers, except with fitness centers and herb shops, health food stores, different things like that. If you only did, you know what? Billy took a 10%. What at $12,900 something? What if you just sat on your tail half the time and only did half of that? How would you like an extra $6,000 a month? My goodness, that's not even including your scans. The time, if you are a DPA technician, to add that money from those DPA scans. We're not even talking about that. For heaven's sakes, that is awesome money. That is an awesome opportunity. And what better time to have an opportunity than right now in the Christmas season? Everybody gets all tied up and gets back into debt and puts things on their credit cards. No, don't do that. We have an opportunity here for you to grasp hold of so that you can live debt-free. Debt-free is the way to be. And with that concept that Mr. Billy just shared with us today, I want to give you an opportunity to know what to give these, to know what to offer these retail establishments when you go in. So what better way to do that but package it all for you? So what we have done is we have introduced an elite package. Now you may not can see this, but it'll be on your back office. This elite package. Now we have several ways to come into Vista Life. As you all know, we have a basic pack, a standard pack, and we have a premium pack. Now we have an elite pack. We have an elite enrollment pack, and this has quick start bonuses related to this. And what this will do is this gives you a package to put in your hand so that when you go to these retail avenues that you have product on hand. If you were to come, as a lot of you guys know, we started with just an herb shop, and now we have a gym tied in with that, along with Vista Life. So we have a great R&D right here at our fingertips. And so we use that to our advantage, to your advantage, to Vista Life's advantage. And if someone were to come in and want to do scans, DPA readings, in either of our centers, we wouldn't want you selling your product. We would want to sell them our product. So what this does is it allows you an opportunity to give them your product at a good cost so that all you have to do is do the scans, and you can send those to the sales rep right there, and they have product right there on the shelf ready to fulfill those customers' needs. Okay, so we'll go into a little bit about what's in these packs. What's in these packs? Let's see. We have 2 of them, of course, because we've been talking about health food stores and we've been talking about gyms this morning. Not Jim Dungan, but fitness gyms. So we'll start with the Elite Cardio. The Elite Cardio pack comes with 18 Cardio Vibe. 18 of these babies, okay? 18. It comes with 9 Cardio Chelate. Cardio Chelate helps clean out all the plaque, helps it absorb and get out of the body. Also, along with that is Omega Krill. Omega Krill. If you want anything for your heart health, these 3 right here is going to do that. Omega Krill actually has had great studies to reduce cholesterol, and those are studies proven to do so. And we all know the benefit that has on our cardiovascular system. So we paired these 3 together. If there was any 3 that, say someone comes in our herb shop that we've had, if we can give them more than just one product, they're going to see a result a lot quicker. And then we could talk about, in 3 months, let's do another reading and see how you've improved. They're going to see a tremendous result on 3 products as opposed to just one, and it's going to help them. We're not talking about only making money today, because Vista Life is about people, products, prosper. People comes first. Prosper is last. People, products, prosper, okay? So we want to help that person, and the best way to help that person is to get them products that they need. So we have this combination for those people. So you get 18 Cardio Vibe, 9 Cardio Chelate, and 9 Omega Krill in that pack, okay, to provide those people, that retail establishment, with the product. They're ready to go, because that will help about 9 customers in actuality. Because if they get a poor reading on DPA, they're going to need probably 2 of these a month. So that's why there's 18 of these in there and 9 of these. This is set aside for 9 customers, because when they have a DPA reading, then you let that customer care person at that facility know, put them on that 3-pack. They need all 3 of those. And that'll take care of them. Now you may say, how much does this pack cost to those retail establishments? It's, of course, just like all our other packs, it's a great and wonderful deal under auto ship price for you guys. That pack costs $999.95. Add that 95 cents on there. $999.95. Now, what does that mean to the retail establishment? You may think, oh my gosh, $1,000? Well, they will make over $1,700 on those products when they sell them. And if you're a DPA technician, you're going in and pretty much selling those products for them. So it's a fantastic opportunity. Now, with a $999 pack, you may say, well, then what will the enroller get when I give that? When I sell one, what am I going to make? You will make a quick $325 on that Cardio Elite pack. That is awesome money. Now, that wasn't even in Billy's numbers, okay? That, like Jim Dungan says, that is going to mess up all my numbers now, because Billy didn't even put that in his numbers, okay? $999.95. You will make, as the enroller, $325 plus. Then that's not residual income. That's the quick start, okay? Those people are going to keep buying that product. They're going to keep coming back to that retail establishment and buying that product month after month after month. They trust those people there. They usually have been going to that health food store for years and trust what those people tell them. And we have fantastic products, so that's just going to go hand in hand. So that is the Elite Cardio Pack, okay? Got that? Now we have I have something here. We'll have big posters of these. This is just a little snapshot, but inside that pack, of course, there'll be a little starter pack inside there that tells them wholesale to retail pricing, price list, all their little goodies, and it'll have posters in there so that these retail establishments can put the posters up and be able to advertise. Okay, and Billy mentioned Blake, and some of you guys may not know who Blake is. He came to our convention this year, and he is a bodybuilding champion who uses our products, CardioVibe, Roar, and Ripped mainly, and along with several other, Daily Spectrum. He uses several, but those are the ones that he really attributes to. And this is Mr. Blake. If you can, woo, for you ladies out there, we had them drooling at convention over Mr. Blake. But we have posters of him as well to go with the Elite Fit pack. The pack going to the gyms, concentrated toward gyms, is called Elite Fit. And what does it come with? It comes with 12 CardioVibe. Now, what Blake says CardioVibe does for him, not only helps his heart, of course, because when you're in the gym and you do what those guys do and push that weight, you need to make sure you're taking care of your heart, number one. But those guys come into our herb shop because our gym and our herb shop are linked together for research and development for your behalf. They want an NO. They want something that's going to produce nitric oxide. And so they get our CardioVibe. They say this makes them veiny. I don't want veins necessarily, but they do. And it's not going to make you veiny if you're not like them, but they love that. And so CardioVibe, there's 12 of those. There's also 12 Roar in those. And now we have 3 different flavors of Roar, which has had a little bit added ingredients in that, a little bit different, new, improved formula so it won't clot, which is great. Thank you, Dr. LeBron, for that. But you'll get 4 of each of the flavors in there, and 4 times 3 is 12. So you get 12 of those, Roar, in there. You also get 12 Ripped, because there is nothing like going to the gym with a Ripped in you. Oh my goodness, Rip and Roar. Woo! Oh my. You will have your pump going on, especially add your CardioVibe. Actually, I take all 3 of these when I go to the gym too. So, unfortunately, guys, unless you work like Mr. Blake works, you're just going to look like me, because I take the same products he takes. So you have to push the weight around too. But that will give them an opportunity for the gyms to get them a pack. Now, these bodybuilders that go out there, or just people that concentrate on building up their body or losing weight, they're already accustomed to having more than one product. They want a bundle. Almost everyone in a gym wants a bundle of products. Don't just tell me one, because I'm giving everything I've got in that gym. I want a bundle of products to help me and to make it the best benefit, because I'm working my tail off out there. So CardioVibe, Roar, and Ripped. That is going to do the trick for them. So there's a case of each in that. Again, it's $999.95, and it's the same commissions as the cardio, as the Elite Cardio. The Elite Fit is the same commissions of $325. So if you will just do the concept that Billy and Jim have shared with you today, grab hold of it. You know what? The Bible says, we've quoted a lot this morning. We can't help it. It's just, we are what we are, and we just live it out, honey. So the Bible says that He will bless anything that you put your hands to. Well, if you're putting your hands to the remote control, then I guess that remote control will be blessed. But if you put your hands to these products and push it, and get out there. I encourage you. We were doing some discussions this week over social media, and I think social media is great. But if you think that's the only avenue to build your business, then you might be a little disappointed, because there is a lot of competition out there on social media. And it seems like if you get them through social media, you're going to lose them through social media, because they're going to hop right on the next bandwagon that they see coming down the track. So it is a good avenue, and we do need to put that in front of their face constantly, constant reminders of such wonderful products and opportunity that Vista Life has to offer. But It is very good. I can tell you from experience, 23 years that we've had an herb shop, we have one sales rep that comes in once a quarter that we ever see. One sales rep that actually comes in and helps us. So you will stand out. You will definitely stand out in a crowd if you come into these establishments and ask them. Now, don't think that you can just come in and just set up your DPA machine right then, because these guys need a scheduled time, okay? But call them like Billy said. You call them. You say, we would love to do your scans for free, and just get them hooked, in other words, and let them see what their scan said. You know what? CardioVibe, no doubt, has changed my life. No doubt. And if you put this in their hands and you let them see their DPA readings and see that they need it, and they own a health food store and they actually need CardioVibe, what have I been doing? Have I been neglecting myself? You know what? My dad has had an open heart surgery. My mother has had stents. I am not going down that road. When I first started taking CardioVibe, mine was further to the C side, but it was a B, but it was very, like 1 or 2 points close to the C. And you know what? I feel like I am healthy, and I have got a jump start on this thing. I've been taking supplements since I was 17 years old. Why was I almost a C? That wasn't good enough for me. And I've got it up to an A. Now, it doesn't stay there. It goes back and forth to an A to a high B, not a low B now. So I know CardioVibe has saved me a lot of heartache for my future. So these products change lives, and that's what we're about. And we just want to give you another avenue to take hold of these wonderful products and to get them in the hands of a lot more people. And what's this going to do for you? It's going to increase your volume. It's going to increase your volume dramatically, just like Mr. Billy talked about with those numbers. Oh my gosh, grab hold of this opportunity. Seize this time. Go out, meet with these people. And it's about helping others and improving lives, changing lives for the better. And like I said, if you want something great for Christmas, take this opportunity, take hold of it, and start doing it today. Dr. LeBron, you want to wrap it up here?
All right. They tell me that somebody was back there in the window acting crazy that looked a lot like me, and we'll find out who the guy is later. One of the things I think we forget, and I want to close out with this, is it's supposed to be fun. I think people forget when you do what you love to do, and you're helping people, and you're changing people's lives. It's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to get up out of bed and be excited to do what it is that you do. And I think that's why a lot of people look for this type of business, and they look for this industry, is they want to do something that is different. They want to do something fun. They want to do something that makes a difference in people's lives, and you have that opportunity. And I'll tell you, I'm going to close with this from Hannah. Hannah is my 9-year-old. Karina and I have 2 daughters. One is Alyssa is exactly like Karina, and Hannah's exactly like me. And I'll say that this morning because what she said was cute, so I'll say that. But I took them over to their Nana's this morning, and they had a. I had one of these. We were at a Chamber of Commerce meeting, and we had these printed up just for that Chamber of Commerce meeting. So don't ask if we have this, because we don't have it. This is Nestle's water with a Vista Life tag on it. But we had this, and it has Purple Tiger on that as well. I don't know how well you can see that, but I had this setting in the car, and we're pulling out of the driveway. And Hannah said, what exactly are y'all doing today? Why are we going? I said, well, it would only be for about an hour and a half, and we'll come back and get you guys. And I said, we're doing a live stream. And she knows a lot about computers. And she said, oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I said, and we'll do it at the in the conference room, and it'll be all over the internet, and people can go and listen to it. And then we have a conference line for those of you on the conference call. She said, that's something else. She said, I'm really proud of you and Mom. I said, well, I appreciate that, Hannah. She said, y'all are really doing good. And I said, well, yeah, one of these days you'll be doing the same thing. She said, yeah, but I'm really proud of y'all. She said, y'all are all over the place now. She said, looky here, you even have your own water. And so with that being said, I just want to, we even have our own water. But we forget that this is fun. We often forget how other people view us. Sometimes we forget even where we come from. I had Charlie the other day was talking about, well, I seem like I put on about 2 or 3 pounds. I'm like, good Lord, man, you've lost 130 pounds. I believe you can have a bad weekend. So it's amazing. Sometimes we just forget where we've come from, and we don't want to do that. We want to take the information that we have heard here today with all of the packs, with all of the new products that are coming, and all the things that we are doing, and continue to move forward. You have some of the best products in the industry. The Purple Tiger line, there is nothing even remotely like it out there. The cardiovascular line, there is nothing like it out there anywhere. And we do the products with quality and with greatness. And it's like I always tell people, we have people that it's so funny to me. They come with us, and like Karina said, they may get on the next bandwagon. And I said, we've been here for over 20 years. So when you go to that company, find out what they're all about. We'll be here waiting on you. When you get in deeper and find out what's really going on there. So that's what I say. We're waiting here on you. We're willing to work with you. We are going to support and stand behind the leaders that step up to the plate, begin to move forward. Remember, nothing works unless you do. Nothing works unless you work. That's just the way that it is. Be encouraged. Have a wonderful, wonderful Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll have Karina come up here, and we'll wish everybody a Merry... well, let's just get all the guys up here. And just...
We're not singing, are we?
We're not going to sing. Yeah, we have a quartet that we just got together.
No, we're not.
We just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Vista Life. We thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, God bless y'all. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll knock the next year ahead for sure.